let's go. Let's see how much progress we get on the quest line for Fontaine. Should be interesting. Let me set up my stream real quickly. Or my computer has a tendency to just freeze up on me. Bruh, my whole laptop just froze on me. Okay. Okay. My whole laptop literally just froze on me. That was honestly awkward. Okay then. Alright, let's get this quest line up and running. Because I need to do my daily commissions still. I've yet to do them. do do do. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm, mm. Dude. Alright, before I even continue on doing anything, the heck just poked my leg? Alright. You? Who is this?
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. No, we're not leaving. We're representing Linny and Lynette as attorneys, so we're investigating the case. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes. After the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection. So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on. I doubt there was much opportunity then, either.
How can you be so sure?
Freaking Paimon's glasses.
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time. I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck. But still, I did not abandon my post, and I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave. We Melusines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here. Alright, thank you for your help. This'll be useful info.
Well, at least I know she didn't come through this way.
We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Linny's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go
Pretty
see,
poorly,
shall we?
most likely.
Ooh, things are getting interesting, huh? We're about to see how magic is made.
I've yet to even do the daily commissions. Open the door.
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making notes as necessary.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as a gift for you if I could.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
You've arrived. Who's this?
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and will be helping investigate this whole situation. And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Oh,
Introvert.
new helpers?
Hard.
I would be most grateful.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on such a large scale.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this switcheroo trick. But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here?
Interesting.
I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Weren't there balloons and other decorations here? Where did all that go?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering the answer.
The back? You mean the inside of the door? What's different about it? Paimon didn't notice anything.
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row.
Bruh.
The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone.
Yo,
replaced
what's
by a
up?
smooth wooden board.
Welcome to the stream.
So,
I just
if you
recently
put two
started.
And two together, what do you get?
There's another silent box inside this box.
Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head down.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic box!
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place.
Interesting.
The two magic boxes are positioned right above the two entrances of the tunnel. See this flatbed trolley? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
I see. So that's the purpose of the box inside another box.
Precisely. The
Interesting.
inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the
They
trolley
kept
would
flying
store
across.
some
Wait,
energy
what?
through this device
It kept
here,
flying
with
across?
which it would complete the
That is
rest
wild.
of the steps. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
Right! You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end!
Ah, yes. A phonograph
Bruh.
operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting!
The box clipped into each other.
That's how we were
wild.
able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And, by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who. And that's my favorite part of this trick.
I mean, she has
Only
breasts.
Lynette
I
and
don't know
can
about that, Chief.
perform it.
So that's how it all worked! Wow! Every detail you revealed was more amazing than the last!
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete.
I mean, her father
the
built that.
operative word
Bruh.
here being wood. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick.
Drew said
I
father
probably
built
never
better.
would have figured out how you pulled it off.
That is,
And yet,
definitely
to
something.
think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime. Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more leads.
This is the scene of the crime, so Linny and Lynette are not
You're not
permitted to
wrong.
stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Yes, of course, no need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
At least it was in yesterday's. Bruh. You're not wrong about that. Yesterday's chat was, wild.
Whoever the this people... Slime Plush!
Well, I got
wonder
most
the
of
Sir Bleed
this.
the perform and did
Listen, two more clues. Hmm.
What's this?
I'm gonna use the
looks like
grapple
a
hook.
hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh? There's all kinds of odds and ends here.
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick. But why would it have been left here?
Whatever
True.
it is, let's make a note of it first.
Drop the hook rope.
Why would it...
Required to enter the magic box above.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
The one broke a
Speaking of which,
vase.
why would there be water here?
Oh, Paimon knows! It's one of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear. And here's a broken vase. Huh. Did the trolley knock it down while moving?
Interesting.
That can't be. The trolley moves along tracks from start to finish. It couldn't have hit the vase at this distance.
Let's note this down too and think about it later.
Paimon, take those glasses off. That is very true.
Oh, these are the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience.
Paimon needs to take the glasses off.
Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
A foot. Ah!
Right. And do you really need to do that if you're kidnapping them?
Yeah, that is a lot of water.
Ugh, this is so confusing. Paimon doesn't want to be a detective anymore.
First, she said doesn't want to be a detective anymore. That's why. Yeah.
Why would it be?
Paimon.
This is
Paimon just kind of ruins the mood. I'm not gonna lie. Huh. Is that it? Or is there more? I think there's more. There's definitely more. All kinds of props and costumes were hazardly stuffed inside. For throwing who off a cliff? Paimon threw you off a cliff?
What is this place?
It seems someone could fit through here.
Huh. Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them, the space would be too narrow.
But there are no other ways in or out of here.
Bruh. He
You're right.
walked off.
Paimon, write that down.
He made you walk. She made you walk off the cliff. That's wild.
Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Well, let's leave this area, I suppose.
Yes. Let's head back up.
Oh, I did not mean to investigate it. I'm trying to leave. Let me leave.
Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns. Seems to me that there are several things that don't add up here.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle.
Yeah, I remember.
So, what did
I
the
think I know
guards
which
say?
part you're talking about
Did the
too.
criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the vent leads to the Opera House's basement. The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance or after the incident.
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber then. You know, like the kind you usually see in novels.
The plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance and Cowell's death are both quite inexplicable. No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation. All the current evidence points toward Linny and Lynette.
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless we make some considerable progress.
Charges and then trial. So if the charges are upheld, they'll announce a sentence?
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, the Chief Justice and the Oratrice will hear statements from both sides. That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced. The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the Oratrice.
Interesting.
To put it simply, it's as if the Oratrice has its own will and is a judge in its own right.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. And not that this has ever happened anyway.
Rip.
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This, too, will be used by the Oratrice as a reference.
Bruh.
Finally, the Oratrice will be consulted by officials. The result it returns is the will of justice itself.
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually decides? Paimon thought Neverlet called the shots.
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment. Which is why people have great faith in the Chief Justice. Ah, yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before the trial.
You have to scream objection a lot before you become a lore, even though you're not.
Because we've chosen to act as the twin.
Hearsay!
That we might be colluding with outside parties, or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case. And even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Whoa, there's no need for that. Paimon thinks they have a point. That said, are they providing food?
No.
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some of Fontaine's famous desserts, too. I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than over some tea and sweets?
Huh. Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all.
Bruh.
Just kidding. Paimon will still do her best, even if there are no snacks.
What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
Make snacks? Yo.
Here? But how?
Understood, demoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
They're gonna make snacks out of nothing.
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the demoiselle's baking needs whenever the fancy strikes her.
Bruh,
I
you're like
have
the
eggs,
milk.
sugar, and almonds at the ready.
Where does it keep the stuff at?
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my awesome snacks soon enough.
These three are quite the
Interesting group.
And Paimon thought it smelled good while it was still in the oven. Oh, it's even better now. Paimon can't stop drooling. From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do more during the baking process.
He has a shadow chamber called his ass.
But you ended
Bruh.
up doing the entire thing by yourself. Eating the egg whites, grinding almonds, everything.
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
Encouraging smiles.
Paimon was just thinking. Aren't you worried about getting your fancy dress dirty, beating egg whites and baking like this?
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano. I just really enjoy making snacks.
Snacks!
Don't underestimate beating egg weights, by the way. It's a real arm workout. You will anyway. Give these a try. Fresh out of the oven.
Fresh out the
There's
oven.
3 for each of us.
I'm supposed to be looking for my sister, and I'm over here eating. Bruh.
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head. You wouldn't be able to think clearly about the case on a sugar rush, would you?
Tea is ready to be served as well. This
Thank
is
you.
no need for concern. I'm merely doing as I should.
Bro literally put a whole ass furnace in his backpack.
All right then. Down to business. As
What is
Paimon
it?
mentioned
I think
previously,
your head is already...
the tunnel seems to be something
Yeah.
of a secret chamber. However, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not alone within it.
Bro, I don't even
Some
know what
criminal
I
also
wonder what
occupied its sealed
Paimon's made of.
confines.
She ain't made of molecules.
Magician twins could have
Maybe
committed the
she-
crimes, of course.
It's made of something else.
They lack
Something
any
worse.
logical motive.
Exactly. Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel, resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction. Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
Interesting.
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real trouble is...
True. None of the clues we found thus far support the existence of this third person. But the only people left to consider are both technically victims.
Fish.
Whether it's the missing girl,
Paimon's made of
Halsey,
fish?
or poor Coward.
Yeah, I mean, she literally floats and...
Could Halsey have
Just look at
secretly
her.
made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Cowell before making her escape?
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it off. Nor does she have any motive. The guard said that she has never had any dealings with the Magic Troop's members.
I don't know about
Were we
that.
not thorough enough in our search? From the sound of things, this is turning into an impossible case. Your macarons are amazing, though, Navia. They smell great. They're nice and crisp and super sweet.
Paimon, now's at the time.
They are my specialty, after all. And I see you've already had 5 of them.
What? 5? Oh, that can't be right. Paimon only counted 3.
Bruh.
Honest.
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
No. Being greedy is one thing, but Paimon knows how to cook.
I don't
Besides,
know,
Paimon knows that if she
Paimon.
ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough. Wait, even you don't believe Paimon?
No, Paimon, I do not believe you.
How could you? If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her stomach.
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us might have gotten too engrossed in our chat and eaten them by mistake. No big deal. Maloose, set up the stove again if you would.
Huh? What are you doing?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
Bruh.
Exactly. We don't want to trouble you.
As you wish, there was...
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
Where do you keep them at, dude? There's no way you keep them in that backpack.
Well, this really is your hobby, huh?
She made 2 more.
Well, that's it for snack time. I'm going to have another look around the area. I don't know what we're looking for yet, but we've still got some time. As attorneys, I suggest the 2 of you think the case over again.
Right.
It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial.
All right. Thanks for your help and for the snacks.
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Maloose, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find anything new.
Okay. Macarons were hard to make. Yeah.
All right. It's time to put our heads...
Okay, what does it say? 0800? Okay. Well. Bruh. I'm pretty sure he has some. Pretty sure he has one, dude. At this point, I might as well just accept the fact that he has one, hiding somewhere in his ass cheeks. Ooh. Beautiful scenery. Oh, okay. Stop me midair while flying. Alright, cool.
What do we do? The whole situation is so confusing. Good plan. Impossible things don't just happen. We'll get to the truth one way or another.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette, at least we will be supporting them from the stands.
Uh-oh, give me 1 second. This figure of mine just fell over. Do I put this back in her? Shit! Ah! Give me 1 second. I have a little figure in on my desk, and I just basically broke it. Okay. I just fixed it basically, I think. Come on. Alright, cool, I fixed it.
Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we do.
Thanks, Navia.
Best of luck to you.
Well, we're gonna continue searching, I suppose, because, why not? Oh, look, they're both right there.
Finally, you're back. Well, how did your investigation go?
To be honest, you might be disappointed.
No. We're already very grateful that you were willing to help.
Well, now, don't you all look disappointed? Don't tell me that your investigation came up empty-handed. That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence, but don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most anticipated foe, concede so easily.
Since both parties are
Oh
present,
no.
I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident is now in
Oh
session.
god, they're already here? Oh boy.
Firstly, in order for the audience to understand
Where
the
did
causes and results
Where
of the
did he
trial,
come from?
please have Mr. Linney explain the trick.
Where did he come from? He came out of nowhere. Bro literally came out of freaking thin air. Even he has a shadow chamber.
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
Thank you, Mr. Linney. In that case, I take your statement to be that you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could not have committed the crime. Is this correct?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady Farina.
Oh
Do you
boy.
wish to refute his statement in any way?
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly lying. There is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that tunnel at all.
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
Oh, is that so? And if I may ask, what did you hear while you were inside your box?
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
And you didn't hear anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an impression of any kind?
No,
Okay.
nothing.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud that I believe practically everyone heard it.
Huh?
Hey, hang on. Something's not right here.
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the box.
I was right by the box, and I definitely heard the thud.
Oh boy.
Look at those scales. Could those be...
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician himself. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. Indeed, it seems his alibi can also collapse in the blink of an eye. Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid. Tell me, aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth?
The House of the Hearth?
No wonder they did something.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatsui's doing. Now it all makes sense.
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just an accident.
Oof.
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened during that 1 minute. Your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now. Unless your script already has holes in it. The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the infighting and discord, I suppose. This was almost too easy.
Interesting.
Good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
Hey, Linny, why didn't you tell us this before?
Order! Order! Mr. Linney, allow me to re-establish the facts. Lady Farina has raised 2 points. First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both members of the House of the Hearth. Are these
That's a rip.
Please answer my question.
I'm sorry. Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
I knew it!
Well, that's it. We might as well move on to the sentencing already.
What should we do now?
Granted. In that case, what is your request?
Is that really necessary? They're already as good as guilty.
I'm literally a defense attorney already.
What is there left to discuss?
Order! Order, I say! Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn. This trial will reconvene in 1 hour.
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense even after knowing what you do now? You certainly have more professionalism than I thought. In that case, my dear audience, let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while longer.
He's not happy, it seems like.
Well, this is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up. I'm sorry, Traveler and Paimon.
Yeah, sorry.
Paimon doesn't know where to start. We trusted you two. We based our entire reasoning on the assumption not to set the wrong tone or anything, but Paimon's really mad!
Paimon, you're always mad.
Very sorry. I know you're angry, and reasonably so, but please, let me explain. I know you've clashed with the Vitui several times before. I wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the word is enough to make you upset. But our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face. I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends. That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details instead. The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to. Right. So, you be the judge. Heck, if I were you, I fear that I'd even struggle to trust me at this point. You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too. But still, I'm asking you to trust me. I am no criminal.
At least not in this case?
At least, not in this case.
Sorry. Please forgive us.
Well, you both say that, but... Right. Let's hear your answer first, and no lies now.
Of course. I'll answer any question you ask.
Who the frick is... Who the hell are you?
We've been trying to find out how the Orb
Get out of here.
operates. We want to know why it has a consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurately? During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it. From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick, with the objective of getting close to the core.
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went to investigate the room in which the core is stored.
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
Well, nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice. Which should have been impossible, of course. I was quite certain that I was the only one in the room. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated the way I came. On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground, but the countdown was almost finished, so there wasn't time to give it any thought. After that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
Oof.
A Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order to deal with that prophesized crisis.
That's the only way we can save everyone.
So, there you have it. The whole truth. I swear, I didn't hide anything from you this time. It was never my wish to proceed under this cloud of mistrust either. But, like I said earlier, you can be the judge. If you want to leave because you don't trust the Fatui, there's nothing I can do to stop you.
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
Okay, thank you.
Well, let's see how this goes.
The current problem is that the scales are tipped pretty badly against you two. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna need a seriously watertight defense. Huh?
Okay.
Oh, Paimon thinks she gets what you mean.
Lenny's statement. Okay, well, let's go back, I suppose. I'm about to yell out hearsay. Hearsay! Like, ah! Okay, the brief adjourn ends. No biting trial reconvenes.
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial. When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact.
Here's
Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her reconstruction of the events.
Ugh, that took long enough. Now then, if everyone would lend me their attention...
Excuse me? Excuse me? What was that? Whoa, 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 pause, pause. Pause. What the fuck was that? I just saw a message appear saying I want to edge to you. What was that? Wait. I know I'm not on crack now. Wait, go back. I just saw a message appear. Hey yo! This man wildin'! This man straight up deleted his message saying he wants to edge to me. You menace to society.
At this stage, let's revisit
Hey yo!
perspective.
Okay, I guess it's...
As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel. When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and
I gotta lock in on
an
this.
altercation with Halsey, which caused the loud thud. He did not realize that this sound could be heard by everyone in the... Finally, he used the vase to knock her out, before making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her.
You will stub as compensation. That's wild! Appreciate it!
Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise, and caught Linny red-handed.
222 subs. At what cost? My own dignity.
So Linny proceeded to knock him out too before stuffing him into that box.
I appreciate it, Ace. Nah, you good, bro. You're good.
Afterward, Linny passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands, before operating the devices such that Cowell's death would be ruled an accident.
Y'all need to chill, bro. Y'all need to chill. Okay.
And there you have it. That's the truth behind what happened.
Does the defendant's side have any objections to Lady Farina's description of...
The key to refuting Lady Farina is the order of events, what Linny experienced, and what he saw.
Bruh. Okay. Identify the loopholes. Alright, chat. Which one should I do? Which one should I do? Indian? Yo, I'm not even Indian, bruh. This one? Lenny attack Halsey? Alright.
According to Lenny, he left via the vent after entering the tunnel. He couldn't have had that altercation with Halsey.
Okay. Now what now? Which one now? I feel like Lenny knocked out Halsey. I don't know what. I'm gonna go with this one. Oh wait, no. Wait. Okay, so this one's on stage accident. No one left the opera house during the magic show. Lenny kidnapped Halsey. There we go. No. Lenny kidnapped Halsey. Lenny kidnapped Halsey. Okay. How he entered. Claims he heard of. No, not that one. All the clothes. No, not that one either. During the Switch performance, there was an audible thud when the mirrors heard. Alright, give me a second. Which one was this one? On stage accident. There was one here.
Seems.
Fuck! Okay, This one's Lenny kidnapped Halsey.
Seems this.
Okay.
Lenny went to the room that contains the Oratrice's core. This is the actual truth.
Alright. Lenny entered. I feel like one of the. I think it was. Was it this one? Nope, I was wrong. Neither of them? Neither? Okay. Fuck, I'm guessing all of them. Alright, I give up. I give up. Fuck it!
Lenny did not
take
part in the underground altercation. He only witnessed traces of the aftermath.
Alright.
Attention! Ace Detective has something to say.
I just guessed. I just guessed. As you said, you did. I was like, I'm gonna do the same.
When the countdown started, Lenny did indeed go into the tunnel. But he immediately used a vent to access the opera house.
Bro, Father is aware of the dark arts. That is.
The underground core of the Oratrice's story.
That's wild.
Once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room. Since he felt something was amiss, he returned immediately. The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again. And in order to complete the magic trick, he did not remain there for any length of time. Finally, he reached the surface, and that was when the accident happened from his point of view.
W. Successful Alright, cool.
Paimon did it! Paimon actually managed to say all that!
Really, they would have immediately dismissed this case. Yeah! That is very true. There's not that much evidence either.
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
That's right!
reasoning?
If that's the case, then if Carol hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire setup meant to kill? Assuming that what you say is true, Linny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the point of killing someone on stage be?
Oh, they have a point.
That's right, you tell them! And that's why they're partners of mine. Managed to turn things around. Oh, well, your denial is very strident, I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back your claims?
My team? Raiden, Shogun, Kokumi, Ayaka, and Yaimiko.
Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why do you ask? You're saying that he wasn't?
You're lagging? Bro, no. Fix your Wi-Fi! Fix your Wi-Fi, bro! As for that, you should get a sad emoji. My team? Well, the only people I have to I have to max out Ayaka and Yaimiku, and then they're all maxed out. Oh, irrelevant. Wait, go back! Your triple crown. No, she's at C1, I think. C1 or C2. That okay.
Are you sure we don't need to give this more thought?
Ah. Oh. I'll check, dude, cause I can't remember. I have to check.
That's right! Linny wasn't in the box or in the tunnel. That's why he didn't hear anything strange during the performance.
I'm on the America server.
This means that when the crime happened, Linny had already entered the basement via the vent. The same clue you used to disprove his alibi.
Look at Paimon and the glasses, OG.
Well played. To think you'd use such logic.
Bruh.
Well then, if it wasn't Linny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
Paimon trying to rizz us up, bruh. Bro, you're not. You're not wrong for that. Paimon, she got the drip. Am I timed on this? The guard's investigation report indicates the fireworks released near the end of the show ignited and burnt the rope. Okay. If Lenny is longer under suspicion, only members of the troop would have been able to tamper with the rope. The props. Lenny gave a detailed account of how the trick. I have. What was I reading? By the box, using inside of a box. The idea was for the box containing the Eisenberg to be transported across via the tunnel underneath. And Lenny himself would have also used the tunnel to get rid of to get to their side, change their outfit. Lenny and their assistant. Depends really. Depends on what game. I know this game one time I bought the $50 pack, but that's like the most I ever bought. But for there was this, forgot which game it was. I got some other games where I spent a life savings on, like Nikkei, Gods of Victory. God, that between this game and Nikkei, I spent the most money on. Honestly, that's those two games were expensive. I've probably spent more than $300. I know I spent $150 on Ayako alone trying to get her.
Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member. Or did she have her own scheme all along?
Hey, Ayako is worth it.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant.
Even worse.
He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
Even worse, I had my ex-girlfriend, which I don't know why I did this at the time. She wanted Ayaka as well, so I had to go on her account and buy her and get it for her. Yeah, that was bad.
Could there have been a third person involved?
Incorrect. Fuck!
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant.
Okay. Alright.
That can't be right. Are you serious? The killer was, in fact, Cowell, the deceased!
Oh, is that so? How interesting! Let's hear your reasoning then.
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did.
Did I just fuck up?
From would-be perpetrator to victim.
Okay.
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. So where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey? Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel, so there must have been some fear that she would attract attention.
Dude, I didn't know I was thinking law school. I'm over here sweating right now.
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. The deceased's name is Cowell.
Fuck, that was not wrong. That wasn't right. Okay.
It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Linny as well.
Okay.
The sound we heard may
I
have
feel like
come
this was the right one.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel.
That's not right. Okay. One is right.
The deceased's name is No one entered or... Linny was not in the tunnel.
Oh, okay, okay, that one wasn't right either. Alright.
Halsey's clothing was in...
Okay, Halsey's clothes.
The deceased's name is It would have been tough for...
Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there.
Linny was not in the tunnel. No one entered or...
How am I supposed to get that one wrong? Bro, they only give me one option. Bruh.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
I see how it is.
Look, since we're at a dead end, just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial design.
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared.
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits, and none of them seem very likely. And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real live person disappear. You know...
Excuse my interruption, dear opponents, but do you not see that the crowd is growing impatient? There is no greater sin in this opera house than an awkward delay in the performance.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment. The vase was not...
Is that one right? Yes.
Paimon gets it! It all comes together if Halsey disappeared instead of being kidnapped. Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes behind. If there's a similar method where a person could be transformed into water...
Just a moment, please. I do hope you know how preposterous you sound at the moment. How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're talking about here. Must we really? I should think that of anyone. Your friend Linny already knows this truth very well. Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection. But Halsey's disappearance is very real. We're talking about 2 completely different things.
Even so, I trust the Traveler's judgment. The truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather all the focal points that don't make sense. Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
Interesting.
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of their rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that additional evidence may help us make more progress.
Yes!
Please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of the deceased, Cowell.
Oh, they returned with the news.
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with everyone post-haste. We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately.
Huh.
The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are... water from the primordial sea.
The primordial sea?
Oh no, water is mentioned now. He's
Those
interested.
contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had an accomplice. The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears many times. One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject. As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
You've
Let's
gotta
go.
be kidding! People dissolving into water?
Could something so ridiculous actually
Bruh.
be true?
Bro said he's the best
Reminds me of
animal
some
character.
prophecy, but it's just a coincidence, isn't it?
people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowl was targeting that girl... Wait just a minute. Could that mean...
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partners?
Let's go. Just trust me.
Order! Order!
Bruh.
It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results. But we cannot yet verify the veracity of these clues. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Ms. Halsey has yet to be found. Guards, please continue examining the items along these lines. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence, so please continue.
Let's go!
Of course. Thank you, Your Honor. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected together.
Right! Like the metal hook! That one didn't make sense at all. Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from the primordial sea.
Water. Okay.
The
Rope
that held the water tank up was lit. Now it seems like the...
we're gonna try this
I remember
one.
there was something else. The
But this
water
one.
from the primordial...
I got one right at least. Okay.
Lynette was in the magic box on... The deceased's name is Cowl. Lynette was in the magic...
I remember, so when I started playing, Raiden Shogun was just coming out, and I did like, I did like 20 or 15 pulls on her, and I got her. That was my first ever 5-star, and I still use her to this day.
The water from the primordial sea. Lynette was in the magic... The rope that held the water tank up. Lynette was in the magic...
I started literally the first year of the game, like literally when the game came out. I wasn't too far in. Like Inazuma just got added. That was something funny. I still have the banner. I still have the banner for Noel, like the beginner banner. I have like what the f-
Lynette was in the magic... The water from the prime... I remember there was...
I got it right. Let's go. Yeah, I still have it. I can show y'all. Whenever the fuck whenever the heck I get out of here.
It's Ace Detective Paimon's time to shine again! In the original plan, Cowell would tamper with the water tank rope and the number selector securing his target. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey. Afterward, Cowell would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel.
Bro said this dialogue's been going for more than 20. Yeah, you're not wrong.
By the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
My stream just took a shit on itself with quality. What the hell's going on? Give me a second. What the? That's a rip. Give me 1 second. My mother is calling me. Give me 1 minute. Okay, I am back. My bad.
Huh.
That actually links together a lot of the more confusing pieces of evidence.
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I falsely accused an innocent person?
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining
Appreciate it.
is the exact circumstances that led to Cal's death.
I appreciate it for you staying.
His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered new evidence. I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
Oh boy.
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people involved in this case. And we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Linny's personal effects.
What?
That can't be. Oh, I see. Well, how wonderfully comedic to have your own counterattack only to come back and wound you. Does this not, my dear citizens, my loyal audience, allow me to present my reasoning and...
Oh boy.
Linny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did leave the scene via the vent.
Forwena and the damn evidence she keeps trying to bring up, bro. She's like a little kid that keeps trying to bring up arguments out of nowhere.
Having made modifications to the props beforehand, his accomplice Cowell then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the primordial sea. But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Linny desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his part.
I wouldn't be surprised if she would be getting cold in real life.
Ultimately, he knocked Cowell out, and now, as much as I...
Forwena's still going at it?
We've used up all the evidence we collected. Is this the end of the road?
Oh!
Oh no. Paimon can't think of anything either. Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move. Why did this have to happen now?
The hell you say? We're stupid. That is very true. Some of my friends in high school would say that they were stupid, but yet they were autistic, and some of them had ADHD, so I would just roast them.
I think we've all seen enough. I believe this is indeed the finale. Now then, my good. Excuse me, everyone, but I must interject.
I'm 21.
Miss, I must ask you not to shout and to respect the ongoing legal proceedings.
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate and see a little magic? I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared
The hell?
back in the flesh, right before your very eyes. Please, do the honors, Mr. Linny.
Bro, what? What are you, 41? No, not 40. What the fuck? You're 12? Why did I say 41 for? I'm retarded. You're 12? Bro. In July? Well, happy early birthday, bro. My birthday isn't until October, so I still got a while.
What in the world is she saying?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
October 16th. It is a Wednesday, I think. Let me check real quickly. It's a Wednesday. I come back from military deployment the 30th of June. When is 30th of June? Sunday. I'll be flying that entire day. So basically the 1st of July.
on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? It often conceals the truth while presenting a fascinating illusion.
Yeah, I did. I'm also, once I get out of the Marines, I'm going to the Army. I'm gonna be going back into ROTC, so I can become a officer since I'm enlisted at the moment.
But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again? And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's performance? Come on, Lenny and Lynette. Give it another go. Don't worry. Spina di Rasula has made the necessary arrangements on your behalf.
Oh, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. I most definitely appreciate it. I'm in Syria right now, actually. I'm in Syria right now as I speak.
But, as the magic makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the final performance to you.
I understand.
You're close to Syria? That's shocking.
And voila.
Sorry for the interruption.
I would say where in Syria I'm at, but I'm in the U.S. military. I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to say for security reasons.
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So the whole thing about people dissolving wasn't true after all?
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence. I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me, and then before I knew it, she caught me.
That'll teach you to underestimate us three.
Where should I begin? I'm sorry. I'm the one who killed Cowl. I admit it.
What? Why?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt.
2-3 countries away? That's not that far then.
I heard that Linny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one. That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there. And I'd never been caught before. But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away. Lenny was the one who caught me in the act.
Oof.
Hey, no wonder you look familiar. So you were the thief. Liddy even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me. He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was.
He does not look happy.
So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee, but then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me. I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box. There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes. I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
I swear, right?
Did a person even hide in there?
But I swear, I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
Right, you just killed a man. Sure, ma'am.
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
This time, we need to tell the entire story from Lily-Ann's perspective.
Oh boy. Okay, Harvey's dissolve. What?
Seems
That's
this-
literally containing water.
Seems...
Okay, that's not... Bro, I will swear... There we go. I will press every single button on here.
Anything up, but it was smashed during the struggle between Lillian and Cowell.
Just on stage incident. Okay, that's not it. That's not it either. I give up. Okay, Lenny knocked out Cowell. How? That's the only explanation! Bruh.
Lillian was afraid that she would be recognized if she left, so she changed clothes and hid, biding her time. Just what one might expect of an experienced thief.
Okay. That wasn't it. Okay, that wasn't it either. The random number selection.
The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lillian's attempt to break out when she was frightened.
Okay.
And it's Ace Detective Paimon time!
Damn it, Paimon!
Having been selected out of the blue, Lillian panicked. Her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head. So she kicked the door open, producing the thud we all heard. Hearing the commotion, Cowell leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lillian had not dissolved. He did not know that Lillian was not from Fontaine, but was a thief who made her way in by stealing a ticket. Mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect, he tried to force Lillian back into the box. The two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lillian came out on top, knocking Cowell out, and with no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and hid in the costume trunk until the performance ended.
Our victor! Ooh. This dialogue has been going on for centuries.
She knew that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So, she has been trapped in the Opera House these last 2 days.
Oof.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right under our noses. Talk about a sneaky thief.
No wonder the 2 disappeared.
At this point, all the events that happened in the tunnel have now come to light.
Ah, so that's the whole story.
Bravo! Bravo!
I just won my first defense attorney case.
Now then, Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements? Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request that the prosecution not leave the room before the proceedings have concluded.
She's trying to leave already.
What? Are you reading my mind now? No. I have no further arguments. I admit defeat.
Bruh.
But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
No.
Look at that!
She's like a deflated balloon.
Deflated balloon now.
Paimon, you look like a deflated balloon. Just tap you one time and just...
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once again repeat the full sequence of events. The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list. With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks. He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water.
Interesting.
If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lillian. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box, and thus became his own final victim. Lillian, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts of the opera house. As for Linny, he was in the underground structures within the opera house, and was thus ignorant of these happenings. From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Linny, the accused, is in fact innocent. While there is much in Linny and Lillian's conduct that should still be investigated separately, this case, at least, can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision.
Well... Interesting.
As such, Linny and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
Victory Days! Detective Ace Paimon.
Great
Bruh.
work, partners. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn. How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Linny's baggage?
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery, but false evidence that you dared to bring before this court?
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but you, yes? I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
He does not look happy.
Quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
I was just following orders. We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
Bruh. I know, right? She's like throwing people under the bus. Instantly, he's like, yeah.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes? Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection of the guards.
Yes, I'll tell you everything I know. Our boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration. We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent more off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about. The...
And now he
Interesting.
can no longer talk.
And they can no longer talk.
Such ruthlessness. I shouldn't have expected any less of them.
An outrageous act. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
Give me a second.
So, we're just going back now?
Okay then. Yo, what's up? Appreciate it for joining us.
But...
Traveler, Paimon! Please wait.
Lenny...
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me. But still, let me thank you again for defending me to the end, even after you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui. I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to
Who's
set things
edging?
straight.
Bro's edging over here to himself, bro. Bro is concerning me. I need help.
I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plain Linny this entire time. As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me. That's all.
Help me, please. Hey yo, bro, it edged him so hard he became water. No edging, although no one can stop you, bruh.
That was how Father, who you might know as the Knave, approached recruiting us back then too.
The Knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth? She's your father?
Listen, I don't call her father, I call her mommy. I don't know.
That's right. And since
I don't know
we're
what you're on
here,
about.
I was wondering, would you mind hearing a story? It's about my past. Back when our parents first died, Lynette and I were left wandering the streets. To survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. It took me several days to figure out how he pulled off his amazing tricks. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner, and we began to perform magic tricks there.
Ah, so you also have mommy milkers. Nice. Nice.
To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. But I didn't want my sister to remain a street rat together with me forever. Before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed that he wished to take us in after watching my performances.
So you went from orphans to nobility just like that?
That was how we felt at first too. As if fate was on our side and we could say goodbye to those painful days.
Basically, that's what happened to them.
But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he was really after my talent for magic tricks. He would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention, which he would then use to expand his social circles.
That doesn't seem too bad either. Better than roaming the streets at any rate.
It took a while for me to realize just how dark his heart really was. After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle as me. I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. I went to that noble's bedroom and asked him about her whereabouts. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic regardless of who your assistant is, yes?
Oh no. So he was gonna...
Yes.
But wouldn't Fontaine's laws deal with such people?
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care, and they have their ways of escaping the eye of the law.
She was gonna get molested, basically.
I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person and hurried through the night. But by the time I leaped over the walls, avoided the guards, and made my way in, all I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood, and the knave standing there in the darkness.
So, she'd already taken care of that guy.
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm.
Bruh, so the hole's a goal.
Several girls hidden in a basement, all of them orphans. Father, I mean, the knave, might have seen something in me, and so she made me an offer. The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, betrayal shall never be permitted here. I was hesitant to trust her. I mean, I had just been betrayed by nobles. But she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first, giving us back our freedom.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
She has her own plans. She has gained permission from the Tsaritsa to first use the Gnosis' power when she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
So, she believes in that prophecy too?
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to combat that crisis. Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of water, thus further supporting the prophecy. Everyone at Hotel Bouffe d'été, including the knave, has their roots in Fontaine. And to us orphans, the only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
Ooh.
So, from small deeds like distributing magic
I know, right?
to huge schemes like stealing a Gnosis, everything is aimed at dealing with that prophecy.
It's all right. I understand. The only thing I can do is relate all this to you. I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the House, I have never stopped making my own decisions, and that I believe what I'm doing is right. If you should need anything at all in the future, feel free to find me. I will do my best to help you, as plain Linny.
Casually walks away into the distance.
Bye, Linny!
Shine down!
Hey there. What was with the disappearing
Bro,
act? People
finally
driving
have free roam
around
just to go back, sit back in into another cutscene.
Were you looking for us, Navia?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to solving the serial disappearances case, though. Don't you think so, too? Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
Besides, are you sure we're the ones who can crack a case that's been cold for decades now?
Ooh.
And given that there's new evidence from the trial, there should be a trail of breadcrumbs for the Hydro Archon's people to follow now, right?
Is it me or do I notice there's cut marks on, unless it's his elbow. I think that's his elbow for Aether.
Ah, I see. Well, I won't lie. I'm a little shocked to hear that from you. But I suppose you are just travelers who have only arrived in Fontaine after all. Sorry. I might have been too presumptuous.
Don't say that, Navia.
Ah, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too. It was like having new waters flowing into a stagnant mire, causing new hope to spring forth, and the reflection in the murk to become clearer. Wait.
Huh? Do we really need to get that formal? Well, guess you really did.
Well, I'd just like to have a proper ending to every important memory. That way there are no regrets later.
She's thick. Look at her. Thick!
Anyway, it would just be a meal, so it shouldn't take up too much of your time.
You don't have to twist Paimon's arm. If Boss Navia's treating, count Paimon in!
Oh, wonderful. In that case, why don't we return to the court of Fontaine and head to the Hotel de Bourg? I believe we'll make it just in time for dinner.
All right then, let's have our farewell meal.
That took frickin' forever. Offer the hydro sigils you obtain. Ah! That took an hour and 40 minutes of just one single part. You know, I haven't even done my commissions yet, so we're gonna do that right now. I need to go do my daily commissions real quickly before I forget. Give me that. I don't think I'm gonna make it. The hell? Just got a random ass message on Discord. Oh, what was I doing again? That's right. Can I not? Come on. Bruh, basically. My DC. Where the fuck is this other? Oh, it's over here. I should have just spawned out the dang thing over here. Wait a second. I know I ain't just going blind eye to that. Another time, I guess. That's right, I was gonna show, where is she? I need to level a father. I don't even have her weapon. I don't know why I have Zhao's weapon, and I don't even have him either. That reminds me. Which one was it now? Okay, fragrant. My Zhang, dude, I ain't the level of Zhang Li, dude. I don't even have his weapon either. Dendro? Okay, none of them were the ones I needed. Nope. Nope. I don't want defense on my freaking bruh! Oh yeah, Miko, I might have to switch you out with Zhang Li to get that one. Wherever the freak he's at.
What shall...
Yeah. Don't mind me.
Take flight.
I know, right? Where the fuck am I going? I'm going the wrong direction. I literally just went the wrong direction. What the heck? Alright, Ayaka, please make it across. I really don't want to drown. I really don't want to drown. Okay.
There is no escape. Now you shall perish. Ha!
I need to level him up. I'm starting to level up my other 5-star characters right now, like very slowly, but I will get there. I need to level up Sino because I have his weapon. I haven't even used him yet. Like I used him a little bit, but not that much. I have Klee's weapon. I don't have Mia's weapon. I have Ganyu's weapon as well. She's level 70. I need to level her weapon up when I get the chance to. Go over here. Oh, and also I don't have that many weapons either, so I kind of need their weapon. I do not have any weapons on. Not gonna lie with you.
Illusion shattered.
Another test.
Hold the line.
Okay.
Another test subject. Fry.
Billowing surge. Allow me.
I don't want to get caught on fire.
The wrong test subject.
Bruh, I gave Kokumi a freaking crit build and she's like my strongest character. I've gave Kokumi and Ayaka crit builds for some weird reason, and like I had to level Ayaka though. Whoa, God! I just had freaking Dendro active on me. One water hit and I would have been gone. Where am I stuck?
Sakura swirl.
Are they just walking into my ult? I'm reading. I've been reading every message I'll put.
Hold the line.
I will have order.
Maybe low level, but
There's no escape. Torn to oblivion.
who am I missing? What are you doing in the tree?
Allow me.
Bro was trying to hide. Bro was hiding like the Viet Cong. Bro became the tree. Literally became the damn tree, dude. Like the heck? You put Zhong League away for right now.
Well,
I'm about to go back to Fontaine in a second.
Add Astra. Thank you for complete.
Oh, I did not mean to do that. Who was it? Was it you? Not what I was trying to do. What was I gonna try to do? Ah, that's right. I was gonna activate a quest. Who was I gonna do? But no, you want me to show you my characters? Give me a second. I want to see which. I'm gonna see who I start a quest for. Like I still gotta finish the freaking. Wait. Okay, I got the one for Yelan. Child. I want to do one for Sino. You know what? Mommy milkers. Fuck it. Mommy milkers on the dot.
We've been to so many places lately. What do you say we take a day off from adventuring and just find somewhere nice to relax? Let Paimon think. Where are
You said
some
Mr.
nice
Toymaker? Hey yo.
Oh, why don't we pay Cloud Retainer a visit at Mount Atsung? It's been a while since we last saw that illuminated.
Yeah, I got a lot of characters I gotta work on. I'm not gonna lie with you. I just started working on Klee recently. Then again, I don't have much time to work on a lot of characters because I'm always gone. But I'm starting to work on them now. I really gotta level up Catching because she's my highest level 5-star. Where the frick is she? She literally C4. What the fuck? She's my only character that 5-star is C4. She literally is my only character as C4 as 5-star. That's wild. I gave her all of these things. I think I gave her the. I say Benny. Where is he? Dude, I didn't even try getting him this. I didn't even try getting the C6. Y5. Just pick. Bruh. I got this man, little freaking C6. Got Candace C3. Kiko Shinobu. You don't use Eula? I have a lot of characters I gotta freaking use. Spamming a dang my dang button. Eula's an ancient relic. She's thick! What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, that's right. Back to Fontaine. Bruh. For real? That's wild. Quest. I have a lot of quests I have to do, really. I just started clearing them out the other day when I was playing. I also gotta finish the damn R&R quest, because I'm almost done with it. But we're not here for that. We are here for Fontaine. We are here only for Fontaine. Yeah, you're literally seeing pain in a nutshell. This is pain at its finest, bro. I know, that's... If I wasn't deployed, I would be getting every single one of these things done. But I have to wait until July. So, here I am. I have a lot of quests here that most of these are primo gems though. Sad, but yeah. Alright. Oh, wrong one. Okay, so I'm trying to save up for to do a 10 pull so I can get her. Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I still got the beginner's banner. I still have the beginner's banner. This is what I was talking about earlier. This is sad. Bro, I still got the beginner's banner right here. Just call someone thick? Ayo, what? What the fuck you just say? I saw that. I don't know why. If you look right there at the very bottom, it says chances remaining 10 out of 20. What do I have her at? Where is she in the first place? There she is. She's C6! And she's only level 20! She's only level 20! Level... Oh, I sent it her now. Yeah, no. No. You get a free wish? It autocorrect? I mean thighs? Bruh. My reaction to you, dude. My straight up reaction to you. Dude, this is gotta be the most livest chat I've ever had. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all making my day. Y'all are making my day. Who even asked for I'll hate them? Who asked you to come back? Nobody! Go, like, let me go over to the main story. Quests. Oh, there it is. Go this way. Fuck walking, we're flying. Or gliding, whatever. Broke out the schlongs though? Bruh. I'm gonna try to get her. I'm gonna try to get her and Farina. So, yeah. I'm gonna risk it. Okay. I could have just fast traveled, but okay. Bruh. I guess I'm going on a date as the main story. Yeah, you just invited the Riding Shogun to a date. Let's go.
I came here several times with my father when I was little, but stopped eating here as often
Sick!
after growing up. I hope the food here will be to your taste.
Oh, don't worry. We haven't eaten at a hotel like this in a while. Paimon's getting excited already.
In that case, I'll go order for us first. Please wait here a moment.
Yes, you are indeed correct, sir.
Everything looks so good. People in Fontaine sure know how to enjoy life.
Why, of course. Go ahead, try whatever you like. If the food's good, I'll make a group
Bruh.
reservation for the rest of Spina di Rosula next time.
And if it...
Well,
This man, hey yo, calm down. Bro's
only
edging.
one dish per table.
That's bro, calm down. Bro's edging over here. I saw that message, even if you did delete it.
Sure have your own way of doing things. Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast, right? We did just win that case after all.
You ain't slick. Bro, so yeah, hey yo, that's wild.
Oh, true.
Speaking of cases,
well,
Sorry,
we've
Paimon, I'm
certainly
gonna
taken a
skip
big
through
step
this all.
forward, but
if it hadn't happened,
right? Yet it would. In such investigations, even the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the trail of clues is cut off. To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct. It's not that I don't. It's easy to guard, which is exactly
Sorry,
why the
Paimon.
those highfalutin folk are not all knowing. That.
I'm gonna hop off. Alright, bro.
actually are.
Take care. Appreciate it for coming by.
It's all right. Let's talk about something else. Like, what are your future plans?
That's true. We didn't have a chance to speak to her after the trial ended.
I see. So, your primary objective, which has been foiled so far, was to have a chat with the Hydro Archon. I've heard that there's a long line of people waiting to meet Lady Farina.
The hell this man just typed in?
Waiting for quite
He
a
deleted
while,
his message again.
considering that you missed your chance today.
Yeah, we've heard that she's super popular here in Fontaine.
Well, would you consider some more, unique ways?
You
Perhaps
say
even
not,
methods
bruh.
of, let's say, questionable legality?
You ain't slick, my boy.
Guess that's Spina di Rosula's boss for you. Chock full of sketchy ideas. Well, what did you have in mind?
Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the Opera House. I'm sure Lady Farina would be eager to see the ending, and would agree in order to finish watching the play. Don't you think?
Could you suggest something a little more practical?
Alright, I can personally testify that this one works. When, valid
We're
point.
trying to skip through this.
I did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusations she had nearly upheld personally. I imagine that she feels quite ashamed about the whole thing.
Bruh. Dude, whenever I get back home, I have a boom mic. So my boom mic is like super freaking loud. So whenever I get back home, I'm gonna start streaming with my mic, with my other mic. I'm probably gonna ear rape you if I ever get really close to the mic.
That if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Why don't we give it a try after this meal? You know, strike while the iron is hot and all.
Ayo, bro. Streaming ASMR. You ain't slick! I saw that! I saw that! You ain't slick, my boy! You ain't slick!
Huh? Paimon, did you drink my Fanta?
Was this your...
Fanta? What is this, the off-brand version of Fanta?
Sorry about that. Paimon wasn't really paying attention and the cup was right next to Paimon. Would you like to order another?
No, I want Raiden Shogun or Kujusawa to sit on my face.
No, it's fine. We're just about done here.
Or Jean. Screw that.
Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fanta anyway. It tastes kind of salty and icky.
I get a 10 out of 10. Sit on my face. You can suffocate me.
Is that so?
She can suffocate me all she wants.
In that case, we'll have to blacklist the Fanta here then. If we're all finished eating, then I'll go
Blacklisted,
pay.
damn.
Yeah.
She blacklisted an item? That's wild.
Oh, so full. Paimon can barely float anymore.
Should try walking.
That would be so normal. You know, like you.
Bro, she just called me normal. What the heck?
Okay. As for expenses this month, we're left with...
Hey, Navia! What are you doing over there?
Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
Let's get ready to try to meet the
Yeah, like you said, you placed the
again.
5th. You ain't slick.
So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're always welcome to contact the Spina di Rosula. I'll give your request the highest priority.
Interesting.
In any case, I wish you smooth sailing.
See
ya! Bruh. Hey, I caught that! I caught that! Bruh. I need to get more of these to level their talents up. Need to level Kokomi's. Really, all of their talents. Bruh. Bro, you wildin', dude. You are wildin'. Alright, where am I gonna... Oh, that's almost 1,000 meters away. It's all the way over here. I ain't walking. Father, though? Look, she's thick. No, that's mommy right there. Here's the real OG. No, get out of my screen. I don't think I ever leveled up Mona before. I'll just have her there.
This will be a productive partnership, I hope.
Bruh. Alright, to level up Father, I'm not gonna lie with you. I don't know what I'm missing. Oh, I gotta fight that boss one more time and collect these rainbow roses. Those good times.
There aren't many people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Araneus might have been the last one.
Vache.
Again?
Looks like we're back here again. Huh? Traveler? Are you hearing voices again? That's kind of spooky.
Vache. Bro,
Are
I
you
wonder
sure
what
we
that
don't
means.
want to come back in the morning?
We'll come back in the morning, bro. We're gonna be asleep in the morning. Did someone just call me? My mom just called me. Oh shit! Give me a minute. Give me 1 second, boys. I have to do something really quickly on my phone for my mom. Bruh. Crap. My mom was asking me for directions. She's just like, "Can you send me the directions?" I'm like, "Okay, but I'm deployed, but I can still send you the directions." Where is she? Did I send her the directions? Because I'm streaming right now, Mom. Okay. Alright, now that's out of the way.
Hey, why
Vache.
Calling for Vache, right? Hey, Traveler, stop walking.
Wake up! All I can imagine is from if any of you have played Skyrim, from like the first legit freaking cutscene. Ah, you're finally awake. Ah, you're finally awake, bruh. You gotta go. Alright, man. Take care. Appreciate it for coming by. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I'm gonna stream for a little bit more longer, then I'm gonna poof myself. So, yeah. Take care, man. Have a nice day.
Vache, are you my dear Vache?
Bro, you need to stop! You're concerning me. Literally.
No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vache?
Bruh. You legitimately turn in the water.
Wait. Who am I? I'm very sorry. I fear I do not know. My memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments dissolved amidst the tide, never to be recovered. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since forgotten? Yes, that is what I was once. But now, I am but the consciousness of one who is lost, therefore.
Bro, literally became light.
I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being
God of
covered in
edging.
light blue water, and then all grew dim.
Bros over here wildin', bro.
I also remember going to many places. I loved adventure, loved exploring places of peril. No matter where I went, Vache would go with me. I knew how dearly he loved me, and I also loved him equally as much.
I don't know about that one.
We can no longer go back. No! Our reunion no longer has any meaning. There is no way for us to create any new memories. The thought of me gives him no succor. So let it lie forgotten beneath the waters. If you meet Vache, tell him not to look for me. Tell him to move on. That is the only thing I still remember.
Okay then.
Perhaps that is so. As I was submerged in the waters, losing consciousness, I saw Vache above the surface. His eyes were filled with such sorrow, such longing. If only I could have comforted him, told him that I did not suffer. Indeed, I had felt a great warmth.
Alright then.
Is that what you call it? Dissolving? If any, it was a state of neither fear nor frenzy, with only an endless peace, like the water's still surface. I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for so long in a world of endless want and anxiety. I think I hear your companion. It's time for you to go, I think. Farewell, then. I am glad that you were able to sense my presence. Remember, if you see Vache, tell him not to seek me out any longer.
Alright then. Don't tell your husband or lover to go look for you. Cutscene! What the hell's going on?
Demoiselle, look out!
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex.
Oh no.
Chlorand? Quick, now's our chance!
Bro, what the hell? She has ultra instinct. Thickness carried them to victory.
I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Chlorand. But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
I followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
True.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually
Bro,
called
hey yo, calm down, dude. Bro was wilding over here.
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust. He would do the same, were he alive today.
Do not speak of my father.
Sorry, Demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Chlorand, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
Sorry, I did not consider your feelings.
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
Dick.
I doubt I know much more than you, but I believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful. Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
Huh. I'm sure they've known about me. To be honest, I'm shocked it's taken them this long to act against me. And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with the Maison Gardiennage could control them.
None of these mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law. I can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via illegal means, deploying them as a private force of sorts.
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league, then?
Yes. Be careful, and do not act rashly.
I will continue investigating no matter what. We will bring the truth to light. That's my father's true last wish. Regardless, thank you for your help today, Chlorand. But if you get any ideas, tell me first. I don't much appreciate being followed.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon. So I shall stop following you. Good day, all.
Right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Chlorand was being sincere with you.
Ooh.
If we tried, we could attempt to thaw relations a little.
I know, she's...
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought we were done for.
How long was he out for? That's the real question.
Came out of nowhere while you were unconscious, and Nadia and her gang saved us. Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Chlorand who came out to save us too. We got lucky there. Paimon probably couldn't have fought them off otherwise.
Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk.
Bruh.
That wasn't really a farewell meal we had back there. Not for me, anyway.
In
Oh
truth,
yeah, it literally
I
was
hope
day.
that every meal we have together
now
shall
nighttime.
be a victory feast. As such, we're still partners. There's no need to thank me.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
I swear I thought he fell asleep in the pond or something, or in the fountain.
Of her goodwill long ago.
All right, you two. That's enough.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger? You sure did show up in the nick of time.
Well, to be honest, you're the one who tipped us off, Paimon.
Huh? Really? Paimon contributed somehow?
Bruh.
Cool.
Even she's confused.
Anything that she thought.
Or shocked.
Yes, all thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake.
How did that help?
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases
Blood
when
effects?
I suddenly thought of what you said. That the Fanta tasted kinda salty and icky. Fanta only comes in sweet flavors, so how could it have tasted salty? The color of the drink, if I recall, had also been a bit off.
So the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
Yes. So if you hadn't drunk that cup for me...
Spina di Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards for you as we speak for saving the boss.
She's probably gonna choose food or something.
Huh. Really?
I sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate, but whoever did this left no trace at all. That's when I figured out that you might be in danger and hurried here as quickly as I could.
But why would they go after us too? All we did was defend Linny in court and help clear his name. Ugh, now we're caught up in this mess too, aren't we?
Well, you did foil a plan that they were probably pretty proud of, and almost got their name in the process. Speaking of which, did anything strange happen when you drank the primordial seawater?
Well, it can't be a coincidence that the traveler fainted just now. He said that he heard that voice calling for Vache again. Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too, but it was real faint. Does this situation have to do with the primordial seawater then? Does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it's used on people who are not from Fontaine?
Most likely.
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
New intel? While you were out cold?
Well, let's hear it, shall we? Oh, that is important.
Oh yeah, I literally met the ocean.
Vache. That name doesn't ring a bell. I suppose he hasn't stepped forward as a witness in court lately. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene. But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater. Could he have been threatened? Yes.
Who knows?
Thank you. This is very important information indeed. We will continue to investigate. Oh, you mean you'll help us investigate?
Well, you did say that our farewell meal didn't really count. That means we're still partners, right?
Technically, they are still partners.
Now, whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people who targeted us get off the hook so easily, are you, Traveler?
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased. You are the face of Spina di Rosula, after all.
She's trying to get a date again!
You talk too much. Well, in that case, let's head back to one of our bases, shall we? I'll arrange accommodations for you. We also have some plans to go over, and hopefully we can deepen our bonds as partners. But we'll take that one step at a time, I guess.
Don't worry, you two. With us around, our base is definitely secure.
So where am I going? Oh. Actually, let me go visit the statue. Where is the statue? There it is. Oh, at least that's done. When thickness flies is always a good moment. Ooh, cabbages and carrots. Taking that. Nom.
It's right up ahead, but...
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone suspicious thus far.
Huh, very good. But let's not let our guard down for
Going
now.
into the sewers?
I shall find rooms for our respected guests.
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's continue, traveler.
So I'm going to the sewers. I almost lost Raiden Shogun. How deep do we have to go? I think I was down here earlier.
Transfixed.
Did I just kill that cat? No, I didn't. Oh, I thought I did. Oh, it's like a new statue. This is a weird establishment.
So, this is your base? It's not quite what Paimon imagined.
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently say it's the best we have.
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately. After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizenry who support us.
Seems like it's tough times for everyone. But if you have the support of the people, that does sound like it's worth it.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge a few years ago. I'm afraid I'm not quite his equal.
Thick.
Your father, he was the previous boss of Spina di Rosula, right? How did he...
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to explain.
No, I'll explain it myself. I suppose I couldn't run from this topic forever. And as partners, this is something I hope they can understand.
No. Paimon's not even considered thick.
His name is Callus. Yes, the same one they call Callus the Unfaithful in the streets. 3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor instead of standing trial. He died in the duelist's ring.
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. I'm sure he was set up. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up and prove his innocence.
I don't know who in the right mind would consider Paimon to be any sort of attractive, but whoever they are, they need to die.
But strangely, he not only
sorry.
requested the duel himself, but rumor has it that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel,
Portable
he refused
Paimon.
to surrender, determined to die in the arena. 3 years later, I still don't understand why he did that. How could he protect his honor if he's dead? The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case at the time of his death.
Ah, so that's why you're so determined to get to the bottom of that case.
That's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in, but I haven't found a single new clue in my countless reviews of the investigation records.
She literally is thick.
However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must know something. I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he really did kill his friend, I must get to the truth.
The truth will set you
If
free.
only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me.
Rip.
And now, here I am investigating his death. You really are a handful, aren't you, Papa?
Demoiselle, please, if there is anything I can do, anything at all.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone.
Damn.
There are none whom I respect more than the two.
Hey, yo, calm down, bro. Calm down. Hey, yo. Hey, that's wild, bro. Calm down.
Master Callus did so much good in life, yet all it took was one murder case for him to be dubbed Callus the Unfaithful. Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident, hence our strained finances.
Wait, if Callus was such a good man, wouldn't people at least be a little suspicious when he was accused?
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not something exclusive to people from Fontaine, really. Everyone's like that. People love watching the evil turn over a new leaf, but they also enjoy watching good people fall into an abyss from one slip-up just as much.
But how could... never mind. If Callus was really falsely accused, we have to find the truth. He didn't deserve to have that happen to him.
There is one other thing. Master Callus's opponent in the duel was Ms. Clorand.
Oh, her? Well, then, isn't that as good as saying that she was the one who killed him? Yeah, that's not the sort of thing that you can just let go and move on from.
Ms. Clorand has always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature of the duel. If her opponent doesn't yield, she will not stop either. She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but seeing how he was resolute in the arena, there was only ever one choice she could have made.
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but I just can't deal with this yet.
Don't worry, Navia. Paimon knows how you feel. You don't have to force yourself to do that.
Afterward, Ms. Clorand told us that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensure Demoiselle Navia's safety. Yes, that is our understanding as well.
Oh, Papa. What madness drove you to ask the person who killed you to take care of me? All right. Anyway,
her dad looks.
that's the information I wanted to share
looks
with
like
you.
a Dragon Ball Z
Even
character.
if it did sound like I was just complaining towards the end.
Depends what character you're speaking about.
Thanks. You two should go and rest. This was quite a day after all.
Yeah. Paimon's beat.
Please, relax and get some sleep. We will ensure you rest soundly.
Frieza, you mean? Or cooler.
Slept so well. This place feels almost too safe. Huh? Navia? Where did the other two go?
Hello, monkey!
It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and where we have our headquarters. There's not much for them to do here at the moment.
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get them off your back. But never mind that. When did you get back? Were you waiting here the whole time?
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating yesterday regarding the name Vache.
Wait, so you didn't sleep at all?
How could I after having such critical new evidence appear?
Guess Paimon wasn't speaking for everyone just now, huh?
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. It doesn't seem to have a match anywhere. I suspect that those behind this have already taken steps to hinder an investigation from this angle. But that does prove that this Vache person is a key witness in the incident.
Does that mean we're too late, though?
No. There is one ray of hope. one place in Fontaine that they would find almost impossible to threaten, no matter how much they wanted to. And that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette, a place where detailed files on all the cases in recent years are kept. If the Oceanid you met is one of the young women who went missing recently, we should be able to find some related information there.
So Neuvillette maintains an archive of case files? Whew. Guess that's the hard-working Chief Justice for you. In that case, let's go talk to him, shall we? Aren't you coming along, Navia? Did you get tired?
No,
Bro, she got
it's
tired
nothing.
already.
Let's go see the Honorable Chief Justice.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, wrong button. Literally. Three Primo Gems at least.
The palais is right up ahead. Come on.
Thick. Brosson mom. Hey, yo, that's wild. I caught that, bro. I saw that.
Halt! Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters.
Who are you, midget?
This place does look pretty heavily guarded. Guess that proves that Neuvillette's files are really secure.
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who you are or who you might be related to. Our rules make no exceptions.
See? They've got great discipline, too.
Yep. Paimon can tell. If you're here just to crack jokes, I
They
can
can
point
sue you,
towards
bruh.
the exit. Unlike some, we're busy. So please leave if you don't have a reason to be here.
No. What I meant to say is, shouldn't you remember us from a few days ago? We were at the trial of the great magician Linny.
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird. You must be Linny's attorneys. It's all coming back to me now.
We're here today to report and archive some information on a follow-up case.
Huh. Is that even a thing?
Bruh.
Of course. Don't worry. We're here on official business. You can trust us.
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief Justice is just inside.
Ah, thanks so much.
Yes, let's have the Raiden Shogun walk into the dang office. Fontaine is mine.
Please come in.
Thick!
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Neuvillette. We only lied to get in because we didn't know any other way.
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance to you.
So
we're looking for a man called Vacher. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. If we can find him,
Not
we may be
him,
able
I'm
to
talking
unearth
about
some key information on the
her.
case.
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I browse through the files.
Bro, it looks like he hasn't slept in ages. I wonder if he even sleeps at all.
Who knew that Neuvillette would be so easy to talk to?
Bro, it's like he has bags under his eyes.
Unfortunately,
That too.
I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vacher has been involved in any case, criminal or civil, in the past several years. There are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
Traveler, what if it was really just a dream?
Is that so? All right then. Thank you so much, Monsieur Neuvillette. We'll take our leave now.
Ahem. Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional man.
He looked for 2 seconds.
We
What do you
deeply
mean he hasn't
regret
in the
his
records? Bro didn't even look that long. I'm not gonna lie with you. Bro didn't even look that long. He's like, yeah, he ain't in here, bro.
And what are you trying to say, Monsieur Neuvillette? Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just express some tendril of regret? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind your words. You only said those things because you felt like you should. It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort. You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead. In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear. If you truly regret my father's death, then why didn't you call a stop to the duel? Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away? Why did you just let him die, despised and hated by all? Everything was hanging on a thread at that moment. Just the tiniest effort could have changed everything. There are still so many things I never got to tell him. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes. I, Navia, will show you the true meaning of regret.
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
You and my father are truly alike. You keep all kinds of things in your heart and never say a word to anyone. It's not so much that you can't feel, but that you would never express anything. Oh well. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Okay. Bro, they're looking at each other confused.
Navia, are you okay?
I'm fine. Rain. It's raining.
You're right. Wasn't it still sunny when we went into the building? And there shouldn't be any active trials today.
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of murder, it was also raining.
What is it? Did you think of something?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think the rain could have affected the crime scene? That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value. Oh? Wait. You don't
People
mean...
could turn into water.
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water? And then got washed away with the rain? Yeah. And if that's what had happened, then no one would have believed your dad, even if he explained what he saw to the authorities.
I really think I found a true genius for a partner. You're completely right. How did I
Neuvillette wanted to make sure.
earlier?
Man wanted to make. Hey, yo, that's
All
wild.
Let's go to Poisson. With this new lead in mind, we'll get to the bottom of my father's case for sure.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna make progress for
Do you want to go with me now? Or do you want to head over by yourself later?
I'm going to stream for 15 more minutes and call it a day. For right now.
Great. Let's go then.
Whoa, where the hell am I? What I say, I was about to jump off the edge. Doop doop, picture time.
Whoa! What a huge ship! Why would a ship be anchored at a place like this?
There's no need to be so surprised. While it may look like a ship, it's actually Spina di Rosula's headquarters. My father was the one who asked for it to be built like
Titanic,
this.
bruh.
Perhaps our taste in exterior design is the only thing we occasionally had in common. A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless future.
Why would they get on the I don't even think the movie was out around the time. They were like, let's just cross the Atlantic Ocean. The North Atlantic. We'll be alright.
Paimon was confused why a group with such a history would live in the sewers. But now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself, she's been convinced.
Just let an iceberg hit the ship.
Well, Poisson is where Spina di Rosula began, after all. It's our main base, our home.
Okay. I wonder. No, it's probably on the surface. Wait. I think I put it below me, actually. It was below me. I wonder. Eh. All that just for one. I'm not supposed to go back up. Right here? Where are you, kid? I was about to end you. Whoa, 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 almost jumped off the edge. I was like, no, all that. Yes, that's exactly right. Relatable.
Maloose, we're back.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle, and our most important partners. You said before that you still had some business at the court. What brings you back to Poisson so quickly?
About that. It's because my partner here reminded me of something really important. You still remember, right, Maloose? On that night, it was raining?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's. Both were what you'd call impossible murders.
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened?
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, something called synth began to gain popularity in Poisson. At a glance, it was a kind of drink that could excite your mood and produce many pleasant hallucinations.
Wait! Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the primordial water could be used to produce some kind of potion?
Yes, he did. Considering what we know now, it's almost certain that synth is created using water from the primordial sea. If you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as losing the ability to focus or control your emotions. And if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia and anxiety while lacking energy to do anything. As he oversaw Poisson, my father was compelled to put a stop to synth abuse and called for a complete ban of it.
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred the synth vendor's wrath, but no matter how much they threatened or bribed him, he refused to yield. Not only that, Boss became determined to find the mastermind behind the synth operation and put an end to the problem once and for all.
Yes, but the enemy was very cunning. So he could never get anything out of the dealers, all of whom only sold the stuff and weren't privy to the rest of the operation. Recognizing that, my father decided to contact the dealers in secret and cultivate personal relationships with them. Finally, he was able to convince someone to become his informant. The man's name was Jacques. He felt greatly ashamed about his work after seeing many families destroyed by synth abuse. That night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. He planned to meet up and exchange information with Jacques over some food. But then, we heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. We raced to the scene and found my father, still holding a gun, and Jacques, who was already dead on the ground.
Huh? How did that happen? Aren't they on the same side?
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed obvious, but neither appeared to have any motive at all. Looking back on it, though, I now believe the most important clue was something we all overlooked at the time. There were pieces...
Precisely. It's all thanks to you that I made the connection now. Back then, we all just thought they were some costumes that Jacques used to disguise himself at the banquet. But, considering it now, it's almost certain that they belong to a third person at the scene. With one extra person, we'll also need to reconsider why the 2 shots were fired.
True.
You're right. We still don't know what happened. But my intuition tells me that we're on the right track to figuring it all out.
Jacques was an empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful for his past actions. It's unlikely that he turned on Boss with 0 warning. I think this third person is probably the key to the full truth. On that note, however, even though this will not please you, demoiselle, as your and your father's butler, I must still offer a word of warning. Our opponent is insidious and cruel. They are extremely difficult to deal with, and Boss has already lost his life trying to bring them to justice. Even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace. There is no need to follow your father's path. It would be both wise and in line with Boss's wishes to step back and give up on the case.
If that's indeed what he wished for, then he should have told me that himself. Was I not the closest person to him? And yet, I was the one most kept in the dark. What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. And Spina di Rosula is barely getting by. Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death? And I've never accepted that. Ever. I want to find...
Sylvia.
This is indeed...
So you do know something else, Malus?
Yes, but what drove...
What?
Boss also didn't tell you that he had been diagnosed with a rare illness. The doctors told him that he had no more than 5 years left to live.
Damn.
And the serial disappearances case caused him great anxiety. 5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long-standing knowing all of this, but as long as if something were to happen...
Right!
As we've seen...
No! I don't believe it! He never...
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful were still far preferable than losing face in front of his daughter.
So he chose to die in silence, so that he could protect me.
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly, demoiselle. If Boss's spirit could hear you telling me that you want to find the answer for the sake of everyone involved, I'm sure he'd be extremely proud.
That fool. Couldn't he have just given it to me straight? No. He might have set up everything precisely because he never thought I'd be able to understand him. Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now? Yeah. I suppose that's true. With the way he'd set things up, if I had wanted, I could have just lived out my life without a care in the world. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. In this case, he really didn't need to give me an easy way out. Huh. Malus, what was the key evidence?
It's the location where synth is produced. Essentially, it's the enemy's headquarters. When he was threatening the enemy, Boss didn't share the specifics of the incriminating evidence he found. But if you want to use it against the enemy, you'll still have to take several things into consideration.
Why? If we know where the place is, can't we just go storming in?
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and dangerous organization that's been in operation for decades. There's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. We also have no idea what kind of evidence we may be able to find inside, nor what people we may be able to capture. But a single visit to their headquarters, the worst case would be that...
Then, in that...
Well, you saw...
But things are...
You sound like you've put a lot of thought...
I am the butler, after all. I've always been willing to take on any kind of...
Thank you for all of that, Malus.
Let me think. When I announced if the vendor, after several... The first is...
Huh?
Yes, so thanks to his... There's someone else like him, too. Marcel.
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild. In the beginning...
So, they're like a sister organization?
Yes, it's a bit difficult to imagine someone using their own money.
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information between Spina di Rosula and the guards. Although the guards mostly leave us to our own devices, there are still many since Thierry...
I see. To think that the enemy...
If you want to investigate them, please take...
Of course.
You're too kind, my lady. And before I forget, proving Boss's innocence would also mean clearing him of blame in Jacques' death. After that incident, Jacques' wife and daughter were taken into the Spina's care. They still live in Poisson today. If it might help, you could also pay them a visit. I can make the necessary arrangements.
Aw, thank you so much!
A new case awaits, my dear partner. I hope we can work together to uncover the truth and end this case once and for all.
That was a lot of... That was a lot. Jesus Christ.
Traveler.
Oh, fancy meeting you.
Thanks to the help of... But I've been... Nothing. He's always said. Anyway, my father's he seems very...
Sure.
What a lovely surprise. Welcome, Oishi. I heard that you've been traveling all over the place recently. I would very much like to hear your adventure stories. Hoishin told you, didn't she? Don't worry. I'm quite all right. It's just the years. As I grow older, I'm starting to find that with many... I am still...
How difficult...
Oh, well, historically speaking, we also want to keep any perspective. For these reasons, the incumbent.
So, in other words, you pick some.
Correct. Not to despair, however, because I found someone exceptionally capable to.
Oh?
I'm heartbroken. I thought it might take you a little longer than this to forget all about me.
It's Yaron!
Jackpot. Fancy joining me? You'll be among the first to get to know the next Tianshu. Might be a good opportunity for you.
What do you think? Paimon thinks so too. It can't be a bad thing to be on good terms with a new Qixing, right?
Alright then. Though, I gotta say, Uncle Tian, you say you're into behind-the-scenes planning? My work's of the covert variety too. Don't you think I might make a good Tianshu?
I'm not opposed to the idea, but I suspect Ningguang wouldn't let you go very easily after how long you've been working together. So, how about this? If your investigation reveals that none of the other candidates are qualified for the position, I'll recommend you for the job.
Deal. Well, you guys take your time. Everything's all set for the assessments to go ahead. Meet me on the first floor when you're ready. And no need to pay for your tea. As the new owner of this fine establishment, this runs on the house. You're all set?
Uncle Tian seems really worn down.
Yeah, it may sound harsh, but Uncle Tian is past his prime. He's not cut out for this anymore. So he's recommended 3 candidates. Their names are Qinwei, Mingguo, and Zhi. Qinwei is a wealthy entrepreneur. Try to keep all that in mind. Of course, it doesn't really matter if you forget, since we'll be assessing them at Yuehai Pavilion in a short while.
Qinwei? Mingguo?
Let's leave that until we get to Yuehai Pavilion. All right. Heads in the game, people. The stakes don't get much higher than a change in the Qixing.
Got it. We'll keep our eyes wide open.
I'm gonna stop streaming for